Hello, and welcome to the Well-Read Monocle. Today, we are turning the final page on a legendary cycle of horror as we delve into the sixth and final volume of Clive Barker's Books of Blood. In this script, I will guide you through the narrative labyrinth of this collection, exploring the plot, characters, and dark conclusions of every story in the order they appear within the text. From the neon-lit streets of New York to the suffocating jungles of the Amazon, Volume 6 offers a final, potent dose of Barker's unique dark fantasy. The Last Illusion. Our first tale takes us to the theater world of Manhattan. The story begins with the violent death of the famous illusionist Swan. During a performance involving swords and a tiger, a trick goes terribly wrong, or perhaps, right. Swan is impaled, and his assistant, a woman named Barbara, is mauled by the tiger. Following this tragedy, Swan's widow, Dorothea, contacts the occult detective Harry D'Amour. She reveals that before his death, Swan left explicit instructions: his body must be cremated immediately and his ashes scattered. He feared that his enemies would come for him. Harry agrees to guard the body at Swan's brownstone while legal hurdles regarding the cremation are cleared. We soon learn the truth about Swan. He wasn't just a trickster, he was a genuine sorcerer who had made a pact with demonic forces known as the Gulfs. In exchange for power, he acted as their ambassador, but he eventually rebelled, using his real magic to perform public illusions to mock the demon's power. Now that he is dead, the Gulfs want to claim his soul before he can be cremated. Harry finds himself besieged. Swan's valet, Valentine, who is revealed to be a demon familiar loyal to Swan, aids Harry. They are attacked by a lawyer named Butterfield, an agent of hell, and a horrific demon known as the Castrate. The story culminates in a chaotic battle at the brownstone. As demons swarm the house, including a terrifying biomechanical engine called the Rappery, Valentine attempts to burn Swan's body to save his soul. In the flames, Swan briefly resurrects. In a final act of defiance, the burning magician embraces the Rappery, consuming both in the fire. Harry survives, having witnessed the reality behind the illusion, while Butterfield retreats, promising future enmity. The Life of Death. The second story, The Life of Death, shifts to a quieter, more insidious kind of horror in London. The protagonist, Elaine, has recently undergone a hysterectomy and feels a profound sense of loss and morbidity. While wandering the city, she stumbles upon the demolition of All Saints' Church. She meets a strange, quiet man named Kavanaugh, who shares her fascination with the church's crypt. Elaine later returns to the site alone at night and breaks into the sealed crypt. Inside, she finds a mass plague pit, a chaotic jumble of preserved corpses from a past epidemic. Instead of being repulsed, she feels a strange vitality and touches the bodies, even moving one to see a woman beneath. Elaine leaves the crypt feeling energized and stronger than she has in years. However, she has become a carrier of a lethal, dormant plague. The infection spreads rapidly to everyone she encounters. Her colleagues and friends fall ill and die within hours, bleeding and convulsing. Elaine, realizing she is the source of this death, is approached by the police, but she flees, believing she has been chosen by death itself. She encounters Kavanaugh again and, convinced he is the personification of death, goes to a hotel room with him. They make love, but the encounter turns violent. Kavanaugh strangles her. In a cruel twist, it is revealed Kavanaugh is not death, but merely a human serial killer with a necrophilic obsession. He kills Elaine, unaware of her condition. As he leaves the hotel, however, the script flips. Kavanaugh has contracted the plague from her corpse. He walks out into the city, now the unwitting carrier of the pestilence, energized by the same fatal vitality that possessed Elaine. How spoilers bleed. We move next to the Amazon jungle for How Spoilers Bleed. A group of European mercenaries and land developers, Locke, Cherrick, and Stumpf, are trying to force an indigenous tribe off their ancestral land. During a confrontation at the village, Cherrick loses his temper and shoots a young Indian boy. An elderly tribesman confronts them, not with violence, but by wiping his bloody hands in the air, casting a silent curse. The men flee to a trading post run by a man named Tetelman. Soon, a horrific disease manifests. It begins as a tenderness of the skin, but rapidly accelerates. Their skin becomes impossibly fragile, the slightest touch causes their flesh to split open. Cherik is the first to succumb, dying in agony as his body literally falls apart. Stump flees to a hospital, but the curse follows him, the very dust in the air cuts him to ribbons. Locke, the last survivor, believes he can bargain with the tribe. He returns to the village to return the land, only to find the village deserted. He meets Tetelman and a new group of developers there. They reveal the truth: the entire tribe has been wiped out in one fell swoop using smallpox-infected blankets. Locke looks into a mass grave and sees the body of the elder who cursed him. He realizes there is no one left to lift the curse. As Tetelman places a hand on Locke's shoulder to comfort him, Locke feels the warmth of his own blood running down his shirt. The rotting has begun. Twilight at the Towers. Our fourth story, Twilight at the Towers, enters the world of Cold War espionage. Ballard, a British Secret Service agent, travels to Berlin to verify the defection of a high-ranking KGB officer named Mironenko. Mironenko claims he has lost faith in the Soviet system, but his behavior is erratic. He speaks of a burning rage and a physical transformation. When a meeting is botched and agents are killed, Ballard discovers that both the British and Soviet secret services are actually involved in a joint project. The truth is revealed by Ballard's superior, Cripps. Certain individuals possess the ability to transform into bestial, wolf-like entities, a state that represents absolute freedom and truth. The service exists to suppress this ability through conditioning, keeping these people human and controllable. Mironenko has broken his conditioning. Ballard realizes he, too, is one of these beings. He rejects the discipline of humanity. In a confrontation at a safe house, Mironenko, now fully transformed, and a pack of other changed agents attack. Ballard succumbs to the change, slaughtering his treacherous colleague Suckling. He abandons his human life to join Mironenko and the pack in the ruins of Berlin, finally free from the lies of ideology. The Book of Blood, a postscript, on Jerusalem Street. Finally, we arrive at the postscript, on Jerusalem Street. This brief story closes the frame narrative that began in Volume 1. Leon Wybird is a hitman hired to kill and skin Simon McNeil, the young medium whose body serves as the book of blood on which the dead have written their stories. Wybird finds McNeil in a lonely house, kills him quickly, and skins him, packing the skin into a suitcase. However, the stories etched into McNeil's skin are not so easily silenced. Later, in Wybird's apartment, the suitcase begins to bleed. The blood flows endlessly, filling the room. Wybird finds the doors and windows locked. As the blood rises to the ceiling, he hears the voices of the dead telling their tales. Wybird drowns in the torrent of blood and stories. In the afterlife, he joins the highway of the dead, becoming just another traveler telling his own tale, confirming the collection's ultimate truth: the dead have highways, and only the living are lost. And there we have it, the final volume of the Books of Blood. In this collection, Clive Barker moves from the theatrical magic of New York to the silent, deadly highways of the afterlife. We see a recurring theme of transformation and consequence. Whether it is the illusionist Swan paying the price for his magic, Elaine finding fatal vitality in a plague pit, or Ballard shedding his humanity to find freedom, Barker suggests that true power always demands a sacrifice of the flesh. The collection concludes with a reminder that stories are the only things that truly endure, bleeding across the boundaries of life and death. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Books of Blood. If you enjoyed this summary, please do leave a like and subscribe to the Well-Read Monocle for more literary explorations. Until next time, keep reading.